All right, Mr. Adam, we're going to switch things around over there. We got here the Pat's house back there, the North Carolina Express. Going to give you an update on that, and there's some major detours coming up. And Mr. Collins will introduce our presenter for that.
Yes, Tommy Williamson, you've seen his face several times before us, as Mr. McCamey indicated. They're going to give us an update on a planned closure that's going to be the first of which will be weekend after next. And then on a much broader scale, we'll look at the corridor as a whole on specific segments that are impacting Euless to give us an update on and off ramp closures and completion of main lanes, etc., associated with that segment today. Mr. Williamson?
Thank you all for having us here today. It's been about 6 months since we've been out here, so we just wanted to give you a quick update of what's going on and then some impacts that are coming to your city. Overall construction, we've had 154 companies work directly on this project, 190 disadvantaged business enterprise companies on this project. At any given point, you're going to see 2,400 people working along the 13.5 miles that make up the North Carolina Express project. We work all hours of the day. We've spent $1.2 billion on construction, and we average $1.5 million a day making this happen. We've been moving pretty fast and furious, so as of the end of February, we are 84% complete, and that puts us on track to open by the end of this year, at least 6 months ahead of schedule. One of the main reasons we're here is we're going to be doing some work near Industrial Boulevard on Friday, April 11th and Saturday, April 12th from 9 p.m. to 10 a.m. What we're going to do is take all the eastbound main lane traffic and have them exit Industrial Boulevard and then get right back on your on-ramp from Industrial Boulevard. But in order to make that happen, we need to close north and southbound Industrial Boulevard at 183, just at nighttime from 9 p.m. to 10 a.m. on Friday the 11th and Saturday the 12th. Our intention is to have northbound traffic redirected to Ector Drive and then southbound traffic redirected to Main. And I've tried to illustrate that for you in this map, which we will leave a copy. The city already has a hard copy. We have a digital copy we can give to you. The green is going to be an eastbound detour. You can see it starts just after Central Drive. We're going to try to catch most of the traffic at West Parkway with a road closed to through traffic. Local traffic will be maintained, but we want most of the traffic that's trying to get to Industrial Boulevard to go south on West Parkway and then go to Highway 10 to get where they need to go. If they're going northbound on Industrial Boulevard, we're also trying to catch them at Highway 10 and redirect them to Ector Drive and send them up to Industrial from Ector Drive. If they're coming southbound, we're going to try to catch them at Harwood and then send them from Harwood down to North Main to Highway 10. Inevitably, people will find their way through because it's not blocked off going southbound. So if they make it to the highway, that's what that blue dotted line is for. We'll just keep them on the frontage road and then send them to West Park and do it that way. Down at West Parkway, we're making really good progress. We're focusing on the eastbound on-ramp from West Parkway. We anticipate completing that in early April. Once that ramp gets reopened, that should restore all the access points to Euless. We're also focusing on the eastbound frontage road between West Parkway and Industrial Boulevard. We have recently shifted traffic to the outside lane so that we can focus on the inside lane. We anticipate having 2 lanes of the eastbound frontage road complete by the middle of the second quarter at this year. The bridges that used to go to nowhere are finally going somewhere. And there are express lane on-ramps and off-ramps that will tie into Industrial Boulevard. We'll complete those around the middle of this year, but they won't be open to the public until the whole corridor is open, because once you're on for a while. And then finally, down at Industrial Boulevard, obviously the work that I mentioned coming up on the 11th and the 12th, but we're also trying to restore that U-turn from east to west. Because we are currently focusing on the outside lane of the westbound frontage road, we don't think that U-turn will be reinstated until near the end of April. All these dates are an approximation based on our current schedule and subject to change pending weather and unforeseen delays. How do you get all this fantastic information I just shared with you? You can go to our website, northterranexpress.com. You can call our hotline. It rings directly to my line and my colleague Derek's line. It's 1-888-NTE-2015. We're in our offices Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6. We're located at 8713 Airport Freeway, Suite 100. We're right on the westbound Furnace Road, past the giant frost bank building. We have a Facebook page and a Twitter page, if that's how you so choose to communicate. And I know that was a lot of information to digest.
That's right, too.
Who you got with you, Tommy?
Beg your pardon?
Who do you have with you?
I have my boss Heather DeLapp. She's the regional public relations manager for our project 635 and 35W, and Renee and Blake with the Texas Department of Transportation.
Any questions for them? We have a major interruption. The police and fire department's been meeting with them and planning to handle it as best we can. Pretty good. I think y'all might, both might become satisfied that everybody will have access to the properties. So avoid the area that weekend, those two, is the best thing.
And then there'll be a second time that you're going to want to do this towards the end of the month?
Possibly 2 weeks later. We have some blackout periods coming out where we're just not allowed to do lane closures, and that'll be for the TMS weekend coming up, the first weekend in April. It starts like the 3rd at noon or 3 p.m. and it runs Monday through 5 a.m. And then we, of course, black out again for Easter, so we won't see any main lane closures the week after that, which is why the operation would currently be towards the end of April.
So any tweaks that we might be able to make between the first and the second go around, we'll have a little time to do that?
Yes, sir.
Tommy, y'all got a board I noticed on this afternoon on 157 that says 157 will be closed the 28th in a couple of days. Is that incorrect?
That is incorrect. I will get with my traffic control department to change that. Thank you.
We're gonna close all the lanes so we can all stay home, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Renee, not to put you on the spot, but any update on the eastern section?
You know, Blake could probably provide that better than I can, just because he's on the committee that's reviewing all the qualifications. But I think they're scheduled for May to make a selection, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so May they'll select a
Still following
firm.
that general.
Yeah, we're
Right.
still on track that we had for the last few months, but yeah, they'll make a selection in May. And then you should see progress and work out there shortly after that.
Any questions on anything related to that? Thank you all very much.
Is that D4 map on their website?
Yep. Not that one. I'm going to make a different one. But
You can have this one.
there you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.